Second Esdras, chapter 6, 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full stores houses shall suddenly be found empty. We'll give all honor and all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Israelites-N-Exile. Hey man, let the righteous rebel, man. You see what you're looking at. Hey, prophecy's taking its course. All right, this top headlines. He said it's about an hour ago. Right? Hey man, I'm out here working. I said, hey, no, let me pull over. All right. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. Biden warns of global food shortages as Russia-Ukraine war upends wheat supplies. Because that's where I think it said 90% of the world's wheat supplies come from Russia. Hey, this is a setup by the elites, man. And you see this devil right here? He's a major puppet for the elites. Major puppet for the elites. The moment he stepped in office, he was ordered behind the scenes. All right, he was ordered behind the scenes to not do nothing but sign bills. Right? We'll do the rest. We need the citizens to be compliant. And, you know, he has that spirit of compliance. You know? He has that spirit of compliance. Yeah, man, hey, this is major, man. This is major. Biden warns global. So, hey, there's many brothers, prophets that's been warning these days will come, man. Many brothers and prophets that's been warning these days will come. And now we are slowly emerging to this point. The world don't understand nothing what's going on, man. You goddamn Christians want to fight over who the Gentiles and man, we ain't got time for that sucker stuff, man. Hey, while Vocab and all his minions are trying to fight against this truth, look at all the prophecies coming to pass, man. What you gonna do then when all hell break loose, man? You ain't gonna do nothing because the Most High has marked you. But we're gonna get off him. But look at this, man. See that? So I want to show you a few things real quick. I'm gonna try to make this quick as possible, all right? But this is major, man. Our food shortages is now. He says global, man. Let me try to pull that out. He says global food shortages. I'm going to pull it out right now. All right, you see this? It says, let's go down to, nah, that's not it. Oh, well, you can see it at the bottom of the page right here. It says President on Thursday, which was yesterday, 24th, 2022, all right? President Biden on Thursday warned of global food shortages. Oh, it says that on the front page. Global. Now, how can he predict a global food shortage? How can he predict that? He's predicting a global food shortage. Now I can see he say America's going to have a massive food shortage. But this man is predicting a global food shortage. See that? Hey, man, this stuff is picking up, man. Everything that was sown or suddenly will be unsown, man. You know, he got the Build Back Better bills and all these different bills to reconstruct this place again. But hey, this place coming to naught. as the scriptures say. But let's dig out this devil's background within this few months he been in office, or year, I think. No, Lord, the devil been there. And look at this. I just seen this. Ukraine and, he says, Russia and Ukraine jointly supply about a fourth of the world's wheat exports, right? So Russia and Ukraine jointly supply, so both of them supply about fourth, all right? About a fourth of the wheat and the grain, right? Let me see if I see something real quick. Give me a second. All right. Now I'm gonna show you something. This is I just thought of something right now. You know, everything, look, where we at right now, everything is spiritual, man. If you looking at everything on the physical context, man, you through. Everything is spiritual, man. Look at this. Let's read that again. It says, President Biden on Thursday warned of global food shortages as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, predicting that the world war would upend global wheat supplies, right? It says Russia and Ukraine jointly supply about a fourth, keyword fourth, of the world's wheat exports, right? Check this out. This is Revelation chapter 6. You can't make this stuff up. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out, Salaki, Revelation chapter 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the fourth beast say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. See that? He says the fourth beast with the scales, with the balances in his hands, which is one of the judgments of Yahweh, right? Being released on this earth, is being through what? This man and these nations, man. So when you look at the fourth, that's dealing with what? High inflation and everything else, man. Drought coming, man. And you can't make this stuff up. That's why you have to look at everything spiritual, right? Let me show you what I mean about everything spiritual. Then I'm gonna do about 2 more, and then get up out of here. So let me show you something real quick. You have to look at all this spiritual, right? Now, we forgot about during the G7 summit, all the world leaders, not all of them, a lot of them rejected it. Russia wasn't there, China wasn't there, and guess who's the opposition today? Russia and China, all right? So, but the ones that was there, they had a plan, right? They had a elitist plan. See, we forgot about this. Remember this? See if I can blow it up. No, forget it. Remember this. Last call. And they was dealing with the global warming, so-called global warming crisis. Right? And you look, you see, if you see in the back, well, if you see Queen Elizabeth, see Joe Biden in the middle, playing the middleman. Queen Elizabeth on the what? On the right side. Right? I don't know who that is. Now, you know that girl, that little devil-looking woman, girl, she's sitting in the back. And in the midst of all that, you got all these people that's dealing with the storms, clouds, and it's called last call. See that, man? These people, like I said, you have to look at everything on a spiritual basis, man. You have to. These people are causing all this to happen, man. if you listen to the conversation that Putin was having, he was saying, man, they kept pushing through my borders. So it's like they was egging them on purpose, man. Right? It's like they wanted to take the leash off of Putin when he mind his own business, because they're using him to do what? Salaki. To do this. Global food shortage is on the way, peoples. Right? So let's not forget about this event right here, man. This was a major event. Then they had a spiritual G Summit with all the religions of the world, or every religion except for the Israelites, who are not a religion. They wasn't there. Why? Because that's at Psalms 83. But remember this, last call, man. This is the last call. And Joe Biden's playing the middleman of this whole, he's orchestrating this whole thing by the people that want this thing to happen, which is the elites, right? Let's see if I can get out of there. All right, now check this out, man. Let's hear what he got to say.
President Joe Biden says food shortages are going to be real because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example, just to give one example. But we had a long discussion in the G7 with both the United States, which has a significant, the third largest producer of wheat in the world, as well as Canada.
See that? So these devils been have a plan, man. And it's called what? Last call. Right? Now we know when Yahushua was on the earth, during the last Passover that he had, they call it the Last Supper. Right? And the Last Supper represented what? You know? Represented what he was going to do. His mission. And his mission was not going to fail. But it was going to look like failure. Right? So that's how these devils think. They trying to make it look like it's failure. But they think they're going to win. But at the end, they're going to fall. But right now, for a short time, they're going to get what they're going to get what they're looking for. But it ain't going to last too long, man. It's not going to last too long, man. Jacob's trouble will not last too long. All right? Concentration camps will be here. You know, guillotines will be, all that stuff will be here. But it's not going to be too long, man. If we can endure if we can endure this one moment of courage, you know, facing this giant, if we can endure this one moment of this, I mean, every battle that you've been battling since you came to this earth was preparing you for this one big moment, man. To prove your allegiance to Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Let's keep pushing real quick, because I want to really get on how all this is spiritual, right? Now look at this. Masada. Y'all remember this? 70 AD, when Rome came over there to Israel, or they was already governed over there, but the rebellion started, and that's when, you know, the general Titus came over there and ransacked the place, right? But it was something. It was a curse that was on us in Deuteronomy 28, where the Bible says that we will, that the woman will eat her child. And then Yahushua reinstated that same statement in Luke 21 when he was talking about this, the siege. That when Rome was that Jerusalem was going to be surrounded by Rome soldiers, and he was going to ransack the place. But he said, woe to those who give suck in those days. Now why? Because their method, the Romans' method was more vicious than any war method that the earth ever experienced. And one of their main methods was to starve you out, man. Cut off all your resources, right? And that is a trait that the Edomites, starting with Alexander the Goat on down, man. They're very known. That's one of their traits. You know? Let's prove that. And then I'm going to leave it with this, man. But this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to starve you out. Why? For the next move. Let's get this. Pull that out. All right. Now, this happened to the native Indians, but also in the Middle East. This is one of the war tactics that the Edomites, the U.S. specifically, Babylon, use on the people. Give me a second. Blow it up a little bit. All right, you see that? It says, scorch earth. All right, this is what they use, man. This is what they use on the Gadites too. It says a scorched earth policy is a military strategy that aims to destroy anything that might be useful to the enemy. And who is the enemies to the elites? The people, man. The Israelites specifically, all right? But then on down to the people too, because they need the resources of the earth. And they are part of the resources. Why? Because they want to make them slaves. Slave is a resource. Major resource, matter of fact. It says a scorched earth policy is a military strategy that aims to destroy anything that might be useful to the enemy. Any assets that could be used by the enemy may be a target, which usually includes obvious weapons, transport vehicles, communication sites, and industrial resources. See, industrial resources. So all these things that society uses on a military mind and a military tactic, a guerrilla warfare tactics, they use this scorched earth, man. Tear up all your resources to the point where you have to go to them and bow down unto that beast, man. However, anything useful to the advancing enemy may be targeted, including food storage, what is that? Horticultural areas, water sources, right? This is everything they're gonna turn off, man. They're gonna turn all this off, man. That's why that gas spill a few months ago, you know what I'm saying? That's why that happened. It wasn't no damn mistake. You know? They let that stuff go, man. Killed billions of fishes, poison the water. Right? And the Bible prophesies that these devils gonna do this, man. Including food stores, we got on that water sources, and even the local people themselves, see? Though the last has been banned under the 1977 Geneva Conventions, and that Geneva is the same place, it's over there in Europe, or was it, Spain? But that's the same place where they did that major Luciferian thing, Luciferian celebration with all those powers that be or powers that be not, they was all there having a loose, weird, bizarro, Luciferian, little convention for the CERN thing. You remember that? And that happened right before coronavirus, like 2017. And that's Geneva. The practice can be carried out by the military in enemy territory, or, look at this, so it can be practiced in the military can carry this out in enemy territory or in its own home territory while it is being invaded. See that? And that's what these damn Edomites think, man. They think Babylon is being invaded, man. In many ways. Babylon's being invaded ultimately by the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's a threat. Babylon is being invaded by different foreign Israelite foreigners that's coming out here, and establishing their homes. They're being invaded by other foreigners as well. They're being invaded. Their economy's being invaded. They losing their money. The value of American dollar is absolutely very low. So, hey, man, this is what it is right here, man. Scorched earth. This is what these devils is doing, man. And they're using Joe Biden. Joe Biden's whole plan was to destroy this place by just letting it go. Not maintain nothing. See, the difference with Donald Trump, he had that let it go spirit. I mean, he tried to maintain that nationalism type of spirit, but Joe, he don't got that type of spirit, man. Joe, he got the spirit of the elites. Let this thing fall, man. So I'm gonna leave you with that, but I'm gonna hit you with this one scripture and I'm out of here. This is Revelations chapter 11, all right, verse 18. And the nations were angry. They're angry right now. And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. That's coming. And to the saints, that's coming. And them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroys the earth. Call law Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. And like I always say, watch and pray. And the movies say don't look up. But Yahushua says, look up before your redemption draws nigh. Shalom.